The world of Hollow Knight does a great job of pulling you away from reality, as I found out multiple times when I nearly missed my stop on the tube whilst playing on my Switch. I think I may have been late to work once because I was so focused on beating the Soul Master. It's easy to be drawn in by its stunning art style, its cryptic and ambiguous story, and its challenging but exciting and rewarding combat. But most of all, I was blown away by the soundtrack. Every little detail of music and sound is so deliberate, from the dark ambiences of the Abyss to the long-forgotten sounds of hustle and bustle in the Queen Station and the lush sounds of Greenpath. Every detail ensures that the player is more and more immersed in the world of Hallownest. One of my favourite pieces from the soundtrack, and one I feel has been brushed over a little when it comes to analysis of the score, is Reflection. Reflection is heard for the first time when the player reaches one of the benches in the Forgotten Crossroads. These areas act like bonfires in the Dark Souls series, areas of safety where the player can rest and recover. As such, the music must be contemplative and, well, reflective. In this video, I'm going to break down the ways in which Christopher Larkin achieves this, some of the techniques he uses, and then challenge myself to rescore these areas of Hollow Knight, taking inspiration, but also making it my own. Let's start with the basics, the instrumentation. In keeping with the relaxed tone of the piece, the instrumentation is kept relatively simple to maintain the feeling of rest and respite. We are presented with an almost ethereal-like set of overtones in the strings, which permeate the entire piece. Again, this really helps to cement the contemplative and relaxed feelings of the music, as it never strays away from this harmony. We also have a harp playing the main chords, as well as providing some counter-melody lines to the viola. The viola provides the main melody, and the lower ends of the string section come in towards the end of the piece, repeating the same chords but with a new lower resonance. For me, what makes Reflection work so well is its harmony. It's not overly complex, and it really creates a sense of reflection required for these areas of the game. We sit largely in both C and G Dorian. The Dorian mode is particularly important for this piece of music as it has a very consonant sound. If we were to construct a chord by expanding the C Dorian scale, we would get a C minor 13 chord. What makes this chord special? Well, it contains every note of the Dorian mode. If we were to deconstruct this chord, we can see that it's made up of a sequence of perfect fifths: C to G, E flat to B flat, G to D, B flat to F, D to A, and F to C. Now, if we look at Reflection, the entire piece is built from only 4 chords, which are all presented as fifths stacked on top of one another: G add 9, B flat add 9, E flat add 9, and C add 9. We could rewrite these as sus2 chords, or just think of them as add 9s that have omitted the thirds, with the exception of C add 9. The E natural here, borrowed from the G Dorian, is a lovely touch as we've previously had E flats. The ninths of these chords really help to shape the melody. Listen out to the viola playing in this example, as well as listening out for each chord. I find it absolutely genius that Christopher Larkin has structured an entire piece of music around only 4 chords, and I think it's a brilliant method of composition, weaving a complex and emotional piece of music from just the simplest of ideas. So, following my analysis, how did I tackle composing a piece of music for Hollow Knight's Benches? Well, in their absolute simplest form, the key things I took away from my analysis were as follows: simple instrumentation, open sounding chords using fifths and ninths, a repeated motif that keeps the player suspended in this calm state, diatonic melody lines that follow the chord structure, and reverb. A lot of reverb. So, without further ado, here is my rescore of Reflection. And that's the end of the video. I've got plenty more of these planned, but it would be great to know what sort of games you'd like me to rescore. Let me know below in the comments. I'm hoping that the more of these I do, the longer and more in-depth the videos will become, and my composition skills will hopefully develop along the way. I'm also going to upload my composition separately, so if anyone wants to listen to it without the analysis, then they can. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.